doesn't rush, never in a hurry, gets on balance, and therefore shoots higher percentage shots.
Garcia nails the triple.
Yeah, showing his range. And
Hunter slings it across to Newman, and a turnover here. Garcia off the glass and in. Garcia, offensive rebound, put back and one.
Hubert Davis has got to love this because he's got Dawson Garcia.
Cooper has the ball at the top of the key, gives it to Garcia. See it pass it inside to Payne. Payne puts it up, he gets the two. He's gonna drive, puts it up, he gets the basket and the and one.
A lot of contact that entire drive, and Garcia just going strong right into Sanya.
Hanley, the freshman out of Ontario, California, is gonna pass it to Dawson Garcia. Oh, we see Samuels open. Oh, the easy two.
14 points and 6 boards in the win against Western Illinois on Friday. Garcia goes to the rack. Your name was there. Nice finesse from Dawson Garcia.
Up off his feet. Now, last time Nate came out and blocked it, you shot fake, able to go, and that's an impressive move.
One senior part of the rotation here for Ben Johnson in Minnesota. Garcia, man on man, and he gets the layup. That's not what Ben Johnson drew up, but it worked out. They've had the recipe to come into the barn and win. Gibson, that's 20 offensive rebounds in this game. Garcia in transition. 18-point lead for Purdue. Garcia, nice ball fake going right at Edey.
Get multiple sides of the floor, but get it back to your best players to get a bucket.
Battle down low. Howard collapsed defensively. Battle.
And who makes the pass? Garcia.
Payne at the elbow. Garcia gets around Cheddar with the right hand. Reverse. And some spin off the glass. Cooper against McNair. Maybe attack him off the dribble. Payne open down low.
And a good job by Payne of making himself available.
The goal for basketball.
Now watch what Payne did. He put both hands up. That made him a willing and available target. So many times you'll see a post player come across with their arms down. Here he comes, shows his hands, and Garcia rewards it.
Payne just whips that rebound down with relative ease.
Nice strong rebound, but that's about the 4th shot at point-blank range that the Bulldogs have missed thus far. The 3-point shot continuing to pay dividends.
Line up at 22.
Nice job of spreading the floor. Good job by Cooper of leading. You've been able to get just about anything you've wanted in the paint. Why settle for a mid-range jump shot?
A battle. He'll fire deep 3. No. Offensive putback and a foul for Garcia.
Good ball movement by the Gophers, getting it side to side. Now see if they can probe a little bit and get an open shot.
Battle, good look, and he needs that to go down. It's been a tough stretch for Jamison Battle, Bruce, coming back from the foot injury.
You know, I recruited him. A lot of people recruited him, but he wanted to play like out on the court. And he didn't take advantage of what he does well. Great backdoor pass out of the timeout. Coach Johnson get an easy one for Battle from Garcia.
That 6'9", 255-pound body. Green down low and off the glass. No, that was pinned off the rim and the glass. It's tipped. Garcia, there's the entry pass for Payne. That should be there all night. Just begging for this ball on a previous trip down the floor.
You know, as a post-up player, it's not always trying to fight to get the first pass.
Really left hasn't scored in nearly 2 minutes and 45 seconds of action. Garcia down low with the bucket and the foul. The zone on one end and then going underneath on the other. That's been the recipe here for Minnesota this half.
Garcia will work on Cardette. He'll spin out of the post. Minnesota will move the ball. It's Carrington for 3. Braden. As Jamison Battle comes away with the board. Minnesota will set it back up in the half court. Looking for Dawson. Cut to the hoop. It's Trayton Thompson from Garcia.
Early quality wins as well.
Battle shoots that one from deep off the mark. Good hustle from Payne. Garcia driving and scoring, and that'll count and a foul. Now the Gophers never gave up following the missed free throw. And Minnesota's bench back in it. 12-point game.
Watch Payne. I mean, that's a guy 6'9", 250.
It is Gary picking up battle. Skip pass. Samuels has to score the last 2 games, but that ends there as he knocks down the 3. Roll! Great pass. Payne finishes.
Good pass! For Ben Johnson's club is Pharrell Payne. Nice job defensively, and then on the other side pays it off on the... Good justice.
Dawson Garcia, yes to the foul.
Brandon, that was way too easy. I got one time out though, right? Great job, great job. Felix. Dawson Garcia, this is just a straight line drive, no help, and you allow that, there is no help really. And
as a basketball-rich area, that Northern Virginia area is just loaded with so much young talent. Garcia drives, scores, and a foul.
Nice job by Garcia getting his right hand forward. Great job, Shannon, recovering defensively. Was beaten initially, but got back into position.
Garcia lowers the right shoulder on Rogers. Tough angle and scores anyway.
Baseline off the glass, and watch Dawson Garcia just powers through the defense. Line on paint points. That's really impressive.
4 double figures. Garcia, it'll count, and a foul. Garcia with 14. And one chance for Garcia coming up. We go back.
And really no driving lanes because the ball's been compacted.
Battles try to do a lot on his own. He gets to the rim there. Garcia's offensive rebound is put back. And finally, Dawson Garcia, Minnesota's leading scorer, gets on the board.
And the other part of good spacing is it's easier to get into offensive rebounding position when you're spaced out. And Mike Bray was a great leader for a long time. Jay Wright, great leader for a long time. Mike Krzyzewski, great leader for a long time. There's some big shoes to fill.
Payne inside, good find from Garcia. The freshman Payne with his second basket.
A transfer from Morehead State. Now Garcia inside Joseph, who throws down the jam.
Look at Minnesota, great start. It's just high-low pass between the 2 bigs. Joseph does a great job of sealing and using his hip there to be able to create just a little bit of space.
Since then, Brian just 5 of 25 from the field. Lobbing it down low, and Payne gets the lay-in.
How to play at this level by the guys that he's playing with, some experienced players.
Cincinnati blitz a point guard in high school. Garcia scores. It'll count and 1.
And there was just a little bit of inexperience of not jumping that left hand on Garcia because he turns.
Battle. After 17 bounces, it doesn't go in. Garcia cleans it up.
It's hustle by Dawson Garcia on the offensive tip.
Putting up some crazy stats. If it weren't for Caitlin Clark, would be the National Player of the Year on the women's side. That's Payne with the bucket and the foul.
Well, nice ball move at that time by the Gophers. A couple of pocket passes leading to the baseline. Always calm, demeanored Fran McCaffrey and great guard be matching wits against one another.
Nice feet. Payne thought he got pushed. Koyanets had the post defense. And Grease aloft for the spin. Can't finish it. And Ramberg clears the miss. Last media timeout went out. And it's Henley, Cooper, Payne, Garcia, and Ola Joseph on the floor without him. And a deep post catch for Payne.
But he's going to move you. Watch him with his hips. You get the hip in, you take him all the way up the lane. Lawrence again brought that situation, and a good job by Garcia of moving without the ball. A little bit of a wheel route by Garcia, and that's a difficult shot by Garcia. Look, he's a left-handed player, but he's going to his right. Everyone was so... Took that shot away from Walker. Good job defensively by Dawson Garcia.
Husker fans wanted to foul on him, and he got it out to Henley for a 3.
Got away with one there, but another freshman that they're really excited about.
Blocked off the glass from Garcia.
Rutgers has 7 second chance points in this one, thanks in large part to his rebounding. There was a foul prior to that shot going up. It's gonna count. That's a big potential possession brewing here for Minnesota. Ooh, dangerous pass. Garcia used all 6'11", then lobbed it up top and throwing it down hard is Payne. They're going to foul on Woolfolk in the process. 3rd on Woolfolk.
Dangerous pass, but it gets through.
Inside of the final 5 minutes. They go down to him. Excellent job to separate himself from the Warriors. He's setting an example right now on how to not give up late in the game. Garcia, if you need a bucket, this is where you go. 6-point game. They trap again. Cam Spencer is fouled.
24 Henry. That's his 3rd 19th foul on the first.
More to shoot for Cooper. In trouble. Found the escape valve. Garcia knocks down the baseline. Jay. Inching inside the arc. Cooper. Long entry feed. Garcia. Time running out. Oh! With a shot clock expiring. Garcia.
Beautiful basketball being played right now. Watch this spin to the right hand.
It's like a 7-year pro in the NBA.
So true. The other end, 3-pointer, Jamison Battle.
That play was made by Payne. Moving his feet and giving Derek Walker some problems.
Over the top, there's Payne on the offensive end.
Doing his work early. He's got Walker in transition off the layup. Terrell Payne doing his work, sealing Derek Walker up the lane, and the pass is there. Minnesota loving this smash mouth basketball. Little high-low action for the Gophers. But when they're concerned about the roller, that means the guy with the ball can get his game on.
On the other end, a one-handed slam for Pharrell Payne.
Ola Joseph can't get that one to fall. Ola Joseph 2 for 5 in the exhibition game against McAllister. He'll catch the lob and throw it down. Joshua Ola Joseph, we've seen that from him all last season. But before we do, we check on that lob as Ola Joseph catches it midair, and it's 10-9 here on Big Ten Plus. Gophers ahead. Garcia setting picks for Mitchell to get him into the front court. Ola Joseph. Garcia up top. Fox lays it on the alley-oop. 11 for 16 and 5 for 7 from 3. Enan gets the steal after his own turnover. Dumps it off. Garcia in transition. Foul and 1. Count the bucket. Dawson Garcia doing a little bit of everything so far here tonight. Pushing tempo once again are the Wildcats. Blocked by Garcia. Blocked by Enan. Back-to-back defensive plays from the Gophers.
The Gophers' defense is great tonight.
Yeah, they are shutting down. Trying to get a screen off the ball to get him open. Tip pass. Isaiah Enan with the length. Mitchell starts the fast break. Up to Garcia. Up and under. Reverse layup goes. Garcia cutting to the baseline. The finish. It goes down and the bucket. Count it. And Garcia tells him he's too small. Make that 20 for Dawson Garcia on the night. McIntyre loses it. Carrington picks it up and gets it to Hawkins. 2-on-1. Gets it up to Garcia. Back to Carrington, who throws it down, and the foul. Braden Carrington. Head tap. The go-to guys. Braden Carrington being one of them. Now 12 points on the night. 5 for 7 from the field.
And the lead is back to 19. There's his strip. Mitchell. Pretty play. Finish it. Dawson Garcia. They shot only 30% from the floor. Dante Holloman was their leading scorer with 8. That's too easy. And it's a flush on the baseline for Joshua Ola Joseph. I think it matters a whole lot, given that it's a 24-point game. So on that replay, Minnesota's #2 in the country, currently behind Wisconsin. Maryland won the lacrosse title. That's a tremendous take by Dawson Garcia. He's putting all of his skills on display now.
Screen set right, but he goes left, and that's a guard skill to not only use.
Shot clock's at 4. Garcia has to fire and knocks it down with the shot clock winding down. It's gone by. The Gophers so far have knocked down 5 3-point shots.
Transfer from Eastern Florida State College, coming off a 12-point performance on Wednesday. That's just a 2 from the wing.
Gives his players a ton of confidence. And, you know, just love the pieces that he's added in recruiting to this team. He has a very talented group.
Hawkins scooping it up, and he'll have a chance for the 3-point play.
Good job by the Gophers taking advantage of Upstate's denial and pressure. And Garcia looking at one side.
Dawson Garcia. And he gets the basket over Miguel.
You see here a great take by Garcia. No help side, going over the smaller IS sub. And Steve, yeah, you got to.
Garcia lost the handle, got it back. And that may be just enough as he heads to the line to try and complete the 3-point play. Under 2 to go, and back to a double-digit lead for the Gophers.
Good job by Garcia, sticking with it. The guards got their...
Taking the shot clock all the way down, and Garcia jars it from 3-point range.
Hawkins underneath. Feeds Garcia, slashing, catching, and dunking.
Apparently, they're able to produce on this particular play against members of the feline family.
On the bench into it. So 1 of 10 shooting from beyond the arc this half for Minnesota. 15 foul, by the way, on the Golden Lions. Garcia and 1. Foul is on Milton.
Nice little wrinkle on the out of bounds. Good job by Garcia.
Now Thornton penetrates. Dangerous pass. Garcia takes it away and throws it down with a right hand.
By Coach Chris Holtman, getting him out of the ball game, not allowing frustration to kind of carry over here.
Well, we've seen time and time again Garcia back down battle. Minnesota down 14, but Dawson Garcia, he's done. Garcia with a baseline drive. It's a new career high. 30 points for Dawson Garcia.
And also, I'm going to say it again. As important as the basket is, he is demanding the ball in the corner. You didn't see him calling for it and then showing his hand.
Double comes. He finds Payne, and Payne finds the rim.
Good entry feed.
Do I really want the smoke here?
And they're trying to go right back to him, which is smart.
Over the top this time. Fearbergs just can't handle Payne. So double-digit victories at Williams Arena before the end of the calendar year. It's extremely impressive considering that it took them a while each of the last 2 seasons to get to that mark.
Let's see who gets their number called. Looks like Payne.
Garcia into Payne, and Payne puts it down.
Excellent job of the Gophers lifting. Take a look at that last play, Jack. Now you're not going to see it from that angle, but you see all the players on the weak side from Minnesota.
5th in that particular area.
You mentioned the way he's been playing lately was a turnover machine earlier this season, not as much lately. 4th Maryland turnover. Christie loves Ola Joseph, and that's something Ola Joseph does. Young will take Hawkins inside, swatted away by Garcia. And it's going to be Minnesota basketball.
If I'm Minnesota right now, I'm going to call Garcia's number. I know he's got 2 fouls, but you need your leading scorer to get going and get some rhythm.
Garcia at least gets the touch, and now he gets the assist.
Garcia with the quick kick out to Hawkins. Minnesota 3 of 19 from three-point territory. Garcia with a chance for a three-point play the old-fashioned way. Garcia, a quiet night for him, got into early foul trouble.
In program history, to win Big Ten Freshman of the Year will be our good buddy Jess Settles. If Freeman does go on to win it, right now he's the favorite. In the corner, draining authority is Ola Joseph.
Iowa does a good job of defensive balance and allowing Perkins to get into the offensive glass at times.
Perkins coming off a career-high 15 assists. Garcia showcasing the muscles at the opposite end.
Oh, get it to Garcia.
Here's the matchup you like, Freeman versus Garcia, and Garcia won that round.
Heads-up play by the veteran, Dawson Garcia, recognizing that Owen Freeman just got back on the floor. McCaffrey was playing pretty well when he got hurt.
Garcia with the and one now to try to make it a 7-point game at the free throw line.
Hawkins denying Lindsay. And now Klesmit, quiet so far. Entry pass is tipped. Another turnover. Third Wisconsin turnover. Mitchell for three. And the friendly roll.
That's Wahab's sweet spot. He gets to the middle. He's making that jump hook.
Dawson Garcia with the lob. Ola Joseph for the slam. This close to the rim, it's pretty easy to make.
Well, and you watch, Penn State tries to trap. Garcia does a short roll and drops it off to Ola Joseph. Yeah, and you watch Baldwin and Nick Kern during their shoot-around. Those guys are telling other players what to do. They're almost like having another coach on the floor.
Garcia inside and one.
Garcia seems to have more sneaky big games than he has All-American 3 or 4 years in a row.
It's only his second double-digit scoring game of the year. Garcia forcing the issue. He scores and one.
That's the play right there. You get Garcia the ball in the middle of the floor. Penn State's defense isn't built to plug those gaps and stop the drive. But once again, we talked about this earlier in the game.
There's the feed. Slips it down low. Good pass to Pharrell Payne. Good look from Garcia.
Off to a good start. Good things happen when you touch the post and then you go to the front of the rim. Welcome back, Mr. Payne with the finish. Minnesota off and rolling early.
There's Garcia, kicks it out. Mitchell finds a crease. 10 now for Garcia. He'll drive left, reverses hands, and scores with the right. So far in this first half, left that one short, thought he was fouled. And now Hawkins with great speed trying to answer. There's a low post touch to Garcia. It'll count and a foul.
Find ways to get easy baskets in transition. Minnesota's been really good. They've run. Dawson Garcia's run to the front of the rim. We talked about it needing to find.
Time to shoot for Ty Berry. Against Garcia. Crosses him over into paint, blocked, and last touch by Berry.
Absolutely.
Minnesota ball.
Really good defensive job by Dawson Garcia by moving his feet. It's a mismatch. How does the big handle it? You go, you show, you go get the block on top.
Overtime period. Payne buoys there, among the best in the Big Ten at taking charges. We play on. Garcia will pull up for three.
Bulk of the minutes a little bit too much recently.
And I like that adjustment by Izzo.
Garcia knocks down a tray.
Yeah, Michigan State with a quick start, but Minnesota starting to settle down.
Akins will use a screen and had it knocked through. Garcia got a piece up ahead. Christie, the three ball. Got it.
Well, it's giving Michigan State some of their own medicine.
Garcia gets rid of it. Right back from Mitchell. Garcia takes the contact. Garcia. Oh, tough finish.
A little bit of a different zone look here.
Cross-court pass into the corner for Carrington for three. He's got his second one. How about a screen, by the way?
A dribble on this possession. I'm not sure if there's been a pass yet. There's a Hawkins pounding that thing.
Garcia, NBA range. Minnesota has their first lead.
You're going to make shots like that. All it takes is a little bit of a pick and roll. You get Elijah Hawkins getting to the baseline. And what a response.
Over the top for Garcia. Through two defenders. Count the bucket and the foul.
The action is so good by the Golden Gophers. Simple high-low basketball, but you've got Dawson Garcia pushing his man up the lane. You got Joshua Ola-Joseph on the flash. You get Caleb First out of position. That is big time there.
Between the two teams, 19 made threes. Garcia, great pass to Payne, and he inflicts Payne on the rim.
With Payne at the rim on a post-up.
Garcia. Second attempt is good and one.
Garcia, few things have come easy offensively. Defensively, he has been stellar. But this is why you stay with it, Mike. The first one comes up a little short, but watch him reload. He gets pushed in the back, and he keeps the...
Well, Harmon's on-ball defense here in the second half has been a revelation for the Illini on this end of the floor.
And then Garcia inside gets the bucket and a chance for one more at the line. Coleman Hawkins with the personal, his fourth.
Well, watch Garcia.
Johnson. Penn State attacking. Minnesota collapsing around the rim, out of bounds. It'll stay with Penn State. Let's keep an eye on that. Garcia with a bounce. Goes back door, and we have a one-point game.
Garcia's got the ISO at the top of the key. They kind of close the gap on him. Great pass. Parker Fox with a huge night on his senior day.
That is very true. Oh, man. One possession game, another turnover. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell off the glass. What a rejection.
Garcia and the foul. And the rebound to Pharrell Payne. Here's Garcia in the open court. And the foul.
We talked about transition, though, Dave. And he had the presence of mind to keep his concentration. Got a couple buckets to go down. He's starting to feel good about himself.
Tom Izzo 7. Our guards are locked in. We're a different team. S24.
Yeah, you see over the top the nice high-low action. Dawson Garcia is usually the...
Well, he's a New York City kid, so he's got that New York City toughness. Garcia splits him. How did he finish that?
Wow.
Looked like, I don't know how he did that.
Darius Robinson Jr. looks like he's about to enter, and he's somebody that we're definitely expecting to see in the starting lineups. We'll see what difference he makes.
Garcia through the contact, count it, and the foul. A little bit of a flake. Two-man game with him and Edmonds, but up top is Dawson Garcia, and he fires another one and hits the Gophers up 14 in nearly 20 minutes of game action. Dumps it off, Fox flashes to the rim and finishes.
And you'd expect they sort of rely on Dawson Garcia to get something going.
He'll get it right here in the low post, goes to his right, through the defense, counted and the foul, his second and one of the night.
Well, there it is. Garcia up now to 20.
And it can be challenging because at times it looks like man-to-man, so you don't know, as we see Garcia with the steal, whether to run your man stuff or zone stuff.
Garcia against Sutton. The basket and the foul for Dawson Garcia.
And I love that call defensively by Coach Johnson. Bring the fight right back to Omaha. If they're going to pick up.
But that has certainly disappeared for this Minnesota offense. They have been searching for a consistent formula for scoring.
Garcia here gets down low, and he'll have his second chance of the day for a basket and one.
And that possession was just so much different just because the overall pace. They got into their offense right away. The ball changed sides of the floor. And then once again.
Garcia splitting defenders. For the third time today, it's a basket and one.
For the top scorer on the afternoon, Dawson Garcia.
The great play by Garcia, not settling for the three-point jump.
Second game of the season for the Gophers, coming off a one-sided win over Oral Roberts earlier this week. It's game number 3 for Nebraska-Omaha as Garcia banks it off the glass and in.
Parker Fox posting up. Faces, shimmy shake baseline. Odikali lobs, Garcia at the shot clock buzzer, lays it in, and it's a one-possession game.
A great last-minute moment. Parker Fox, one of the players that returned from last.
Of the first half, really provide a lot down low, and then wasn't much after that from Mitchell. Garcia goes underneath, and there are buckets near the basket for Minnesota. Garcia hasn't gotten loose today, but there's a three. That's 12 for Dawson Garcia.
The second half with the drive, the finish, and then the step back three.
Rigsby, great play. Osama went back door, and then a trail man was Rigsby, and Garcia found it.
Play off 2 feet, you get 2 points. Back door.
Down 8 under a minute to go.
If you're going to do it, you should have done it earlier in the shot clock to give yourself maybe a chance at another possession.
One guy probably don't want to foul, and Garcia off the basket and in. 3-point chance upcoming for Dawson Garcia. With 50 seconds to go, Minnesota by 10.
Nice little rip, and that's one of the few times tonight.
Garcia up high, stripped and taken away by Vasco. He'll work back the other way with speed, drives to the lane, rejected by Garcia.
Early morning tip, and then yesterday to an unbeaten and ranked Florida team. Patterson, so okay, it's the reverse this time. Garcia finds the point guard flashing.
This is the difference. You've got Minnesota, right, pushing the basketball. Osimo takes his time, and then on the double team, watch number 25 for Minnesota, Lakai Patterson. He cuts to the basketball. And
not much offense yet on this possession. Garcia, shot fake, drives, gets it, and the foul.
Ooh, really impressive move here from Garcia. Able to get his defender off of his feet. With
6 minutes in the first half, picked up 2 quick fouls. Garcia with a late clock. He'll drive and scores off the glass.
Great play.
And a foul.
Great play. I mean, Corey, there was absolutely nothing there. This is a 6'10" forward, tightrope in the baseline against 2 bigs.
You don't have to. It doesn't have to be a 3. That's a tough one there from Mike Mitchell.
7-0 run and pressure at the rim. Trey Edmonds back on the floor for the Gophers, number 5, but this is Patterson. Looking for Edmonds, lead pass from Garcia.
Just about 7 minutes deep here in the second half. This is Rob Lawson. And the rebound to Thomas, blocked by Garcia.
Smith with 5 against Osima. And now Patterson the other way. And a blocking foul will be called on Heidi. And the basket will count.
Seemed like a bit of a generous call there, Cam Heidi.
Freshman on freshman, Osima against Mobley right now. It's Mahaffey and stuffed by Garcia.
Maybe that'll get Garcia into this game. He's 0 for 5 from the floor, but this is a big-time defensive play.
No look pass. Here's Garcia. And the draw is over. Regained the lead here as Fox went for the steal, runs into the official Bill Eck, but we play on. It's Garcia dunking it down. What a possession that was, all created by Parker Fox.
Parker Fox just baited Glover into throwing it, gets a hand on it, gets on the floor, and it leads to a run-out dunk to Dawson Garcia. Nobody's played harder than...
Oh, good help by Tanjay.
Yeah, Dawson Garcia puts it in and draws the foul.
Well, Dawson Garcia looks really focused tonight. Like
he's 8 turnovers for Minnesota in the first half. Garcia spins from Janicki and uses the glass. He's got a dozen. 4 on the shot clock for Garcia.
Oh, that's a tough move. Great defense right here, but watch Garcia. He wants to go left, but then comes back right and gets a friendly roll.
Mike Mitchell into Dawson Garcia.
I think Dawson Garcia loves this matchup against Carter Gilmore. Look how aggressive he is. B! I see you, big fella.
20 points.
Man, I mean, he just went through the chest of Carter Gilmore. And look, Carter's in pretty good position. See Wisconsin holding serve here at home. Will get another opportunity. We just showed it against Ohio State.
Winter fouls Dawson Garcia, who hits the bucket and draws the foul.
On the rare occasions.
Garcia had a couple of early threes, trying to work on Queen. Went over his shoulder and put it in.
Queen got the best of him the first 2 times he guarded him, but the old guy, he kind of took his time.
This one on the fast break, this in the half-court offense.
Yeah, just taking his time, squaring up, wheeling and dealing, good balance, nice little hook. Maryland has definitely picked up the pressure.
Garcia with the quick look, got it, and the foul on Reese. He got that up on the glass in a hurry.
ISO right out of the timeout, came down, good execution, got it to him at the free throw line with the shooter in the corner. He's going over to that left hand, gets by Reed.
And now throws it up into the hands of the Gophers. Garcia up ahead, throws it down, points off turnovers. Garcia and the Gophers within 2. Donaldson to Burnett, trying to get around Mitchell. He does. There's Garcia, closing and blocking it. Does he see the clock? It's late. Garcia, 3 to shoot against Wolf. Got it off in time, and Garcia playing like an all Big Ten player tonight.
Knowing time, I am just shocked that he was able to still get the ball to the basket with a shot clock.
Minnesota, no timeouts. Patterson bumped, we play on. It's Garcia, lets it go for the win. Dawson Garcia, bottom, ball game. Gophers walk it off and beat Michigan in overtime.
And Michigan guarded almost everything perfectly, except for the trail big. Dawson Garcia purposely stays behind, and you get the half-court heave for the win.
Give the foul. They're not in a bonus situation. Don't give up a layup. Here's Garcia. 2 seconds, 1 second. They take it right to the rim. They didn't foul him. They had the chance to foul and stop the drive with a foul to give. Instead, Garcia gives Minnesota the 4-point lead at the break. Both the shot clock and the clock for the half winding.
Shellstack lost it. Here comes Garcia. Exclamation point.
The numbers, unfortunately, for Michigan State have said otherwise. Garcia connected last time down the court. Has this one blocked and puts it back. And dribble drive. The second time is where it's at. Cooper initially. Garcia stays with it. They need to get him going. Minnesota had the lead down to 16 moments ago, but now trailing by 22. Garcia. Pump fake. Oh, a dunk of his own. Seeing some space and let him drive. Carson Cooper getting blown by. How about Dawson Garcia going up?
With the Huskies in year number 1.
Really overhauled that team, trying to get these guys on track. Talk about he's happy with where they're at. Edmond gets going early.
It's 4 consecutive turnovers, combining the last 4 trips down the floor for these 2 teams. Garcia bounces it to Mitchell, and he scores.
Bang, bang play.
Davis too strong. Patterson looking to run. Garcia, the Euro, the step, and the score. And a foul.
transition. It starts with Frank Mitchell, a huge tap out. He was not in position to get that rebound. Lakai Patterson doing what he does best, finding the big fella in transition. And Dawson Garcia says, I'll take care of the rest. The Euro arm plus the foul.
Lakai Patterson. Garcia off the fake. He'll drive and score. He could have settled. He could have taken that long shot.
Finishing at the rim, and then it's Dawson Garcia taking it right to the mouth of Washington.
Garcia. Spinning, right hand, around and in. Shot clock off, 1-point game. And the Gophers call a timeout.
Isaac Asama subbed in because he can shoot the ball. He's a 40% three-point shooter, but great execution by the Gophers late. You get the misdirection that we talked about with Mike Mitchell.
The lead is 5. Final 5 seconds. Garcia will throw it down.
Swarming. 3 guys around Garcia whenever he's trying to get the rock.
Baldwin, Fox trailing. Baldwin doesn't throw it. Instead, he takes it all the way. Goodman taps it around. Patterson has it for the Gophers. On the push. Garcia into the paint. And the flush. 20-point performances. He's halfway there.
Make it easy on yourself. Run the floor, big fellas, because you will be rewarded. Dawson Garcia goes up.
Out with an ankle injury. They're hoping to have him back this weekend. Nick Kern is playing with 4 fouls. Garcia knows it, and the spin, and the floater.
Professional.
There's that man, Rigsby. Garcia, nice find. And Patterson into double figures.
Lakai Patterson. Now Femi Odekale. Here's Garcia, he'll pop for 3. Good start for the Gophers. Well,
nice dribble penetration.
SC has led almost the entire game, but Minnesota came from a 9-point halftime deficit, took the lead, and Garcia cuts it back to 2 for Minnesota. And Garcia the steal. And a breakaway dunk for him, and Mick Cronin needs a timeout. Not happy.
We knew this coming in, guy. We saw it the other day at USC. They play hard every time out, and even if they get down, they're going to keep playing hard to get back in it. They were down a bunch early, and they fought back in at Garcia. They're doing such a better job of getting it from one side to the other here in the second half as Garcia knocks another one down.
Travel. Ben Johnson wanted to travel.
Cross back. Good individual offense by Garcia. Free throw shooting team in the league, but we're able to knock them down against USC the other day. Part of the reason why they were able to win that game.
Garcia's got 25.
Steve Picardo, Lisa Byington with you. About 3.5 left to play. Odekale has got 11 in the second half.
Now Asama with it. Asama cross court to Mitchell. Mitchell to Garcia, who will line up from deep. And that's why he can stroke it.
Oh, yeah. Impressed with the way Minnesota has worked their way back into this game. You know, not settling for jump shots necessarily, but that's a good.
Mitchell scans and gives it up. Here's Patterson. Lakai Patterson over to Garcia. This to Mitchell through the contact. And he provides some energy coming in off the bench. Things have looked better since Frank Mitchell checked it.
Does an outstanding job.
Some of those unconventional twos that he takes just find their way into the basket. Garcia finding his way into the basket with an and one the other way. An answer from the star for the Gophers.
Boy, that's a tough finish. You got a 6'10" guy coming downhill. Look at that. That's off one leg. That's a runner from.
Asama towards the rim. Kicks it. Mitchell with the 3. He still can't find that stroke. Asama with the hustle. Garcia with the slam.
Garcia jumps that pass to Patterson. Filling the lane for 2.
Nice job by Patterson of understanding.
Gary with the steal. Another Gopher turnover. Gary to the other end. That one blocked away. Odekale got a hand on it. Ahead to Fox. Fox with the flush.
John Tonje on the bench with 3 fouls. Dawson Garcia shoots over. Garcia grabs it. 10 to go. He drives. Hangs. Yes! And we're tied at 61.
I mean, he kept Garcia from getting close to the paint, but with the size mismatch, there's no way for Jordan Clayton to guard that. Just puts us numbers. Good luck guarding him.
Got a million ways to get to the basket. Garcia floater, that's pretty as well.